Hey everyone, update here for you guys about Revit. We're going to get you going into creating a floor plan from a quick sketch that you created or a scale drawing that you may have created already, and then from there we'll add some annotations and dimensions for building codes. Alright, so getting us started here, we'll start off with new again, and we always use the architectural template, and I'll go ahead and hit OK at this point. And it'll take a second to load. And as I said already, we kind of, at this point in the project, we already have an idea of what we want our design to look like, as in terms of a floor plan, and we're going to build based on that. Okay, so once you have this open here, hopefully you have a picture of your floor plan sketch already, and so I'm going to come over here to Insert, and I'm going to insert image from a file. Okay, yeah. Okay, views from file. Alright, oh, actually, sorry, I take that back, from image, right here. There we go. Okay, so the image I saved in my CEA folder, and so I'll come back to my desktop, go to CEA, and I've got, where did I save it? Images, and here's my floor plan sketch. Alright, so hit open, and the benefit to doing this is that it gives you something to work off from, right? So you kind of see here I've got an idea of what my overall plan is going to look like. And so once I'm here, when I go to architecture, I start building my walls. All right, all I'm going to do is kind of just trace this out, and that's going to give me a way to follow my scale drawing. And that way, instead of kind of guessing on general shapes, I can follow this around. Okay, and then from there, alright, and sorry about that, I was just interrupted there, but we have, we'll kind of just finish off the walls like that, right? So I'm going to follow my general outline here, and you can kind of see what I'm doing, hopefully. And again, I'm just kind of following based on the floor plan that I had created. Alright. And I'll kind of just roughly follow this around so you guys hopefully are getting the idea here of what I'm doing. Okay, I've got my other bedroom, and I had a bath here. Okay, alright, so there's my basic outline of the floor plan sketch. Right, and you can see here I put some general numbers down, so I'm going to have 33 feet this way and 32 that way. Okay, so that's looking pretty good right now. And at this point, if you want to kind of like hide this in view, you can click on it, right click, and you can hide the element in view, since I kind of have a pretty good grasp of what it looks like at this point. Okay, so now I've got my general floor plan view, and that's really what I'm going to be working off from for today. Alright, so that was pretty quick. Got my floor plan in. At this point, also, if you wanted to kind of add some basic dimensions, you can also do that here. You can start typing in values depending on what you needed. So you can kind of get a gauge for what we're looking at here. Okay. And actually, you know what? I think a lot of these are looking pretty good. If you need to, you can always dimension things based on what you need to do. So let's see here. I'll kind of get a measurement here. Oops. Here to here. 34 feet. That's almost perfect, actually. I believe I wanted that to be 33, and so I'm actually pretty happy with that. And I'll go ahead and check this dimension while I am at it. Let's go ahead and check this dimension as well. From here to here is about 36. Okay. All right. So it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that, so I'm going to stick with that for now. Okay. So once I have this floor plan view. Again, typically speaking, I like to rename my views here. So I might say, you know, rename. I'll call it that floor. Right. You know, corresponding values. That's fine. All right. Now, oftentimes when I'm creating my annotated views, I actually like to duplicate my view. So I go to floor plan view, duplicate here, and that now I have a copy of it. And I'm going to rename this one building code Annotations. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be using the building codes that we talked about before. Right, and so if you go back to Schoology, I go to this page and I take a look at all these building codes that I had mentioned to you, and these are some of the residential code requirements. Right, so some of the simple ones and the most common ones I highlighted for you guys in yellow. Right, so you can kind of look over those and see which ones you want to focus on. I'm going to start with an easy one here just to get us started. So you see here it says R311.6 is about hallways. The minimum width of all hallways is 3 feet. Okay, so I'm going to try to make sure that my hallways are 3 feet. So I'm going to come back to my view here, and I notice I've got my hallway right here. Right, and typically I'd also have included some doors. Remember, you get doors right here, and you can add the ones that you want based on what you're trying to design for. Right, so I'll just place a couple here for your reference, but obviously depends on your design. Alright, again, so I just placed a couple there just for your reference. And if you want to flip the direction of them, remember you can click on it, hit those arrows, and it'll flip the direction. Alright, anyways, so the annotation I want to focus on is this hallway. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to want to do, when I go to annotate, I might double check my dimensions. Right, so there's a couple options for you to do dimensioning. You know, in this case, I'm going to do a line dimension from here to here, so I can see that my hallway right now is 5 feet. Right, so I'm meeting that code, and all I'm going to do is add some text. So I click on text. I like to use this 2-segment leader lines. Okay, so I'll click on that one. I'll hit this over, and I'm going to start writing my text here. Okay, so I copied it from the residential code. I'll hit paste. Right, so it says R311.6 hallways. The minimum width of all hallways is 3 feet. Right, hallways shown to be 5 feet. Okay, so I'm meeting the code. Things are looking good. Okay, you can hit close. Now, a common issue that happens here that people have trouble with is right now my text is pretty large, and so I'm going to click on this. You can change the text type here. I'm just going to default it to 3/30 seconds. That changes the size, and then at that point, all you're doing is kind of like dragging your boxes around and making sure it looks nice and neat and clean, so that when you take your final screenshot, it'll look nice and pretty, and everything will be there for you. Okay? And you can always move things around to make it look nicer. Alright, so I'm going to repeat that for 5 different building codes that I'm meeting. I want to make sure I'm meeting at least 5 of them, and from there I will be able to submit it. Okay. The other thing, just to remind you, is please do include along the top some text saying that this is yours. Right. So this is I'll do it like this: building code annotations, something like that. All right. So you can do it like this. That's probably the easiest way to set that up. Also, as a side note, if you end up having too long of a text here, you can always, hit return or hit enter halfway through, and you can make it into 2 lines, things like that. All right, hopefully that gets you started. If you have any other questions, please let me know. But this is the basic idea, what you're going to do for 5 different codes. Obviously, again, you're going to finish by putting in any other walls or doors and windows. If you need any more help with that, I can help you out.